What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast. Today is Monday, March 23rd. It is 7:08 Mountain Time on a beautiful evening here in El Paso, Texas. I want to thank everyone who's been listening to us, everybody who's been following us. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys go check us out on Facebook. Follow us on, like us on Facebook. Find us on the Spotify app, Anchor app. Thank you guys for running up the plays. We really do appreciate that. So today, guys, I'm joined by Molina, the producer.
Yo.
And then, of course, as always, Misa. Say what's up to the pod.
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do?
All right, guys. So today we are back with episode number 18. We do have a very special guest with us. His name is Chris Molina, a.k.a. the Govenor. Say what's up to the podcast, Chris.
What's up, people? How we doing?
All right, dude. So Chris is new to the podcast. This is the first time he's been on our podcast. He's been on another podcast, The Middle's Open, with our boy Paticus. Make sure to go check them out. They're on Facebook, Anchor app, same deal. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris. Say what's up to the audience.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm super stoked to be here. Yeah, so I'm 29 years old, going on 30 this year, bro. Can't believe it.
Damn, dude, we're all gonna be 30, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
I am 28 still. I turned 29 in July. Are you scared about turning 30, dude?
You know, as the years have been going by, you know, the years start stacking up. I'm starting to get more and more pain in my knees and all that. Like everyone was warning me about, and it's just becoming more and more true. And
it's the back for me, man. I can't deal with that shit no more. I can't.
Just getting out of bed. It's taxing.
it really is.
Okay, so, all right. So, what do they call those things? What's that Spanish word? Tocayo. Is it what you know what that is? Your tocayo, when you have the same name as somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first time we've had a tocayo on the Conversing with Chris and Misa podcast. Let's go ahead and give it up for that.
Shout out, Chris.
Shout out to the name Chris.
I want to see the time when somebody's gonna be on this podcast with the same name as me.
Big doubt.
That's what I'm gonna wait for, like for sure.
You're one in a million, Misa.
Yeah. So there's like 7 billion people on this earth. Where are you at, brother?
Your doppelgangers.
Where you
there.
at? Calling you
I
out.
promise.
Okay. So as we start off, almost every podcast, we are gonna crack a celebratory brewski. Do, 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 do. Yes, sir.
Pop this open.
Go ahead. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, boys.
So,
Lady.
I wonder if it will filter through my mask.
No, it's
Drinking
let me
this
try
shit.
it.
That's
Can
an
I try it?
N95, bro. This guy's. You should see this guy right now, everybody. This guy's rocking an N95 mask.
Guys, this shit's legit. You guys gotta take this shit serious.
I'm gonna jump him after this and take it.
I'm scared to drink my beer right now. I should like spray it with like disinfectant. Or something.
Oh,
try it.
you're already
He's
here.
going to drink the beer through the
Yeah,
mask.
you're
Hold on.
done.
Let's see.
You're already
Come on.
here.
Let's see.
not-
It's going to probably spill. Hold on. Let me move the headphone cord. Up. Yep.
Is it? Yeah, that didn't work out very good.
Women live longer than men.
Why is that?
He's trying to drink it through the mask. It's supposed to protect you from things. Why would things be able to penetrate it?
Well, because sometimes you need a beer.
Cause it's Bud Light.
How did it work?
Hey, I got a sip. I'm good. I feel it. It's hitting me hard.
All right, dude. So, yeah. Thanks again for being on the podcast. So currently you're no longer in EP. You grew up in EP, right? Where'd you go to school at?
I went to high school in Franklin. I graduated 09.
Yeah, that's right. You hear that, Chris?
Go Cougars.
I was gonna say go T-Birds, but I think we're a little too old for that now, right, guys?
Yeah,
I think like
way past this.
did any of us go to our 10-year graduation reunion?
No.
I don't even think that's a thing anymore.
I was about to say they still do that shit. Nobody called me. That's
I got an
fucked up.
invite, but I was like,
Decline.
I don't even think Coronado fucking put together a class Do they do that in Moriarty? Is that something they do?
Moriarty's graduating class is
Oh, that's true. You guys, it's like
something like
45 people go to school there, dude.
I
it's
talked to like a handful.
it's not the same as going to Franklin or Coronado.
One elementary, one middle, one high.
So, all right, dude. So you're currently living where right now?
I moved back in October up to Bend, Oregon. So that's Central Oregon. If you look at the map, basically right smack dab in the middle.
Okay, so I have to ask you this question: how's the coronavirus over there, dude? How, like when you've been here, what, like a week?
I've been here since last Tuesday. So yeah, it's coming on a week now.
Okay, and when you left over there, did you guys already have confirmed cases? I know Washington and California had.
Yeah, there was 2 cases in Deschutes County, but they didn't specifically say that it was there in Bend.
Okay,
but you know, it
probably
wasn't as
there already.
bad then, and I'm sure it's getting a little bit worse now with people getting more tests and stuff. But now, I don't know. I haven't checked up on it.
So Google coronavirus in Oregon. I want to see how many people they've confirmed. Let's see if we can pull this out real fast. Let's see. So in Oregon right now, according to Google,
I think there's 17.
let's see. Hold on. We're Googling things on the podcast again, guys. This is always compelling audio. I love to do this. One of my favorite pastimes. Scroll down. It doesn't look like we're getting anything here. Nope. Latest numbers. Hold on. Bring the state's total one more. Okay, so in Oregon, the state has a total of five deaths related to the coronavirus. They also reported 24 new cases on Sunday. I'm guessing that's last Sunday. So bringing the state's total to at least 161. That's pretty high. Kind of in the range of New Mexico at this point. So definitely be careful when you go over there. There was this crazy tweet that came out from one of the somebody from Louisiana. I think one of their members of, I think it was like a member of their Senate or something, or Congress or something. As of 2 Sundays ago, they had 0 cases, and then as of last Sunday, they had about and then they had about 85, and then now they're up to 1,172. That is crazy.
That's in a single day. In one single day, they got 1,172.
Well, you see what it says right there, right? Surge of test results. So
That's what matters.
what's to say that, you know, there's a lot of people that haven't been tested yet? What is that number at right now?
I would say imagine what New York City is if they started testing everyone, like how many people they would come out with the virus.
Well, a couple of days ago, they had all these tests come in. So in 24 hours, they were able to test so many people. They got 2,000 people confirmed in 24 hours. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit, guys.
I mean, we just want to stay ahead of the game. Do whatever you can. Stay in, stay safe, and stay kind.
Okay, so Misa, I know you said you had confirmed sources of more cases in El Paso. I think we were at, what were we at, 9?
Last I heard, it was like six or 7, and I was just told it's up to 14 out here in El Paso. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. Think about it, dude. I haven't been home this much in a while, and it's kind of hitting me hard because when you think about it, and it's like schools out, restaurants closed, movies closed, March Madness done, NBA done,
Everything
MLB
is
done.
Life as we know it.
Done.
cold.
Dude, I gotta talk to the school district because my kids are snacking like 35 times a day, and I'm wondering how the fuck they do it at school.
No, it's because they're bored.
You got like 5 kids, right?
Look, there's.
Well, it seems like it. It seems like it.
I mean, you gotta break up the day. Like, kids are cool. Like, they're always like.
You got any kids?
Creatively, no, but I'm
Okay.
the oldest of 6. Like, so that was a good one. I just feel like kids are just down. Like, they're adventurous. They want to do shit. So if you try to, hey, let's do this, or no, we're gonna do this. Even if you just tell them what's going on, I feel like they're more receptive to that, which is why school is cool. Because they have structure, they know what comes next, they know when recess is, they know when they gotta learn this. Like, you know what I mean? There's some sort of a schedule.
Dude, Chico's closed. And I thought of all the places, Chico's will never close. Those guys closed.
What's best?
Those guys closed. So My question is, how long? How long am I gonna be able to put up with this shit?
Well, look, it's gonna be for. Ideally, we want to do it for a month to flatten the curve, right, and do what we can to be preventative. But in 2 weeks, they're gonna reassess. The bottom line is, like Chris said, as more tests start coming in, that is gonna change. That's gonna deter everything.
But again, guys, we're not professionals. It's just a bunch of millennials inside a garage,
Right, yeah, absolutely.
just spreading the word,
Okay.
telling the truth.
Okay, so all right, Chris, let's get into kind of how we met. You mentioned something about us playing Halo back in the day. I think that's probably our first interaction with each other, Xbox Live. Shout out to Halo. Was it Halo 2 or Halo 3?
I don't even know.
I believe it was Halo 2. What was your favorite Halo game, by the way, of the franchise? Were you super into Halo?
I was. There was a point where I remember just playing it non-stop.
Dude, that's all I would play, dude. I would spend like 18 hours a day
But
playing
this is
Halo
middle
2.
school, people. Like, I was a little middle school kid.
Yeah,
playing
right. That shit
video
went
games.
all the way through high school. No, but now thinking about it, now that you brought up this whole game stuff, like to all you motherfuckers that think are gamers, just watch out. The real OG gamers are up. We're about to log in right now, all right? We're getting the time off, all right? You guys don't know what's coming.
But that Xbox Live is down, bro.
It's down right now?
That's what I heard.
Okay,
Nobody
I have an Xbox, but I haven't tried today. And you know what sucks about that is when it goes down, it takes all your games down. All your digital games go down.
Ouch.
So you can't even play that. So unless you have games as a disc, which they've really gotten away from because what they do is they offer the downloaded ones cheaper. So you buy them from the marketplace. So it pushes you that way, you know? But then when this happens and you have no internet connectivity or their system crashes, all the money that you spent on your games, you have no access to now.
Monopoly.
Dude, I seriously had no idea that they're doing all that shit now. Like, CDs are going to disappear. It's just like how,
Technology, as technology changes, things are going to become obsolete. Certain objects, certain tools in our life, I mean, it's just going to be like a floppy disk. Like, when do we use that shit? We have other stuff we use and replace.
I still use that shit.
All right, so back to kind of how we met. Also, I know we met a lot of the same people. I think you and Misa kind of became friends at Franklin, right? That's where you guys kind of like developed this relationship at.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy in my life. No, I think it was just like how me and you were. I think we met in middle school, but it was just like, yo, what up?
Yeah.
Yo, what up? You're cool. You're like, yeah, you're cool too. He's like, all right, dude, I'll see you later. He's like, all right, later. Yeah, basically. And then just through high school,
Started to progress a little bit.
yeah, I think I started talking to him more through a friend, Ilbanover.
We didn't
Junior.
have a class or anything together.
I don't think I ever had a class.
You had a
with
class with Joe, I think.
Joe, dude, that guy. What happened to that guy? He's in my A. Where is Joe?
Joe, where are you
Joe,
at?
you hear me, Joe? Did they take his phone away? I think that's what happened.
I actually have breaking news when it comes to Joe. So he actually texted me on Thursday night. So he's alive. And then I saw a picture. He's not on social media, but he made an appearance on social media through somebody else's account.
Is a sinner, guys.
No, well,
A sinner.
I don't. No, it's because he gave
Ultimate
up.
sin.
Yeah.
He gave. I don't know if you go back and listen to the podcast we did, and it was me. It was episode 15. It was me, Joe, Paticus, JP. Pretty much, Joe says that he gives up social media for Lent, which was kind of funny. But I saw him on. Or episode 14 actually. I saw him on Facebook because he was at a birthday party for somebody that he was on for at David's birthday party. Yeah. So he came out on there. But yeah, so I know you're friends with Joe, and then you're also good homies with Paticus. So shout out to Paticus, who, like we said earlier, was on the podcast last time. So how did you guys end up meeting, or like how did you guys develop that relationship?
Who, me and Pat?
Yeah.
Pat. Yeah, Pat obviously through Amanda, right? So Amanda's my wife. My wife.
Dude, that's what's crazy. That's what I've noticed now. Like, more than half of the people that I meet is somehow related to you. Like,
dude, that's not the worst part, dude. Like anywhere I go, I see somebody that I know. It's stupid, but yeah, I was kind of like I know. Well, I know that, but I kind of was thinking like it's kind of crazy how like through Amanda, and then you developed this relationship with Patrick, and then I started talking to Patrick more because I wasn't really that close to them, you know what I mean, growing up, because they kind of did their own thing, and then like now full circle it just like comes around like, oh, now this is a podcast with Misa. Oh, hey, my name is Chris, and I'm married to your cousin, and I know Misa, and I know Paticus, who was on your podcast previously. It's just like crazy how all of this works.
Yeah, it is.
And the crazy part, and I said this in the last podcast, is like we hadn't seen each other in fucking years, like 10 or plus years since like middle school, really. And with Chris, like we saw each other more often, but we were never that close. But now that we're older, outside of high school, we got into some business together, and that's what's crazy. And I've noticed, dude, everybody that comes in is like, Chris, I haven't seen you in 8 years, Chris. It's like,
so
dude.
When was the last time you guys saw each other?
The last time I saw this guy, dude, I think I ran into you guys somewhere.
It had to have been at a party.
I feel like I ran into you and Amanda somewhere too.
Yeah.
Have you come
Some
to a
family
tailgate
party.
soon or recently?
No.
There's someone
I feel
from
like
NMSU
I
that
think
met
I
at
feel
a
like
tailgate,
I might have
but it
seen you
might
at a
be another
tailgate.
cousin.
But yeah, I definitely ran into you guys somewhere. But yeah, dude, that's cool. So how's like life in Oregon? What are you doing up there? Where are you working at?
Yeah, brother. So I moved up there in October, like I mentioned, and it's been great. I've really enjoyed my entire time being there. I work with Hydro Flask. It's a company acquired by Helen of Troy, which I used to work for.
Nice.
Helen of Troy is here in El Paso. Right. So, yeah, Helen of Troy acquired Hydro Flask. So I moved up there and started doing basically what I was doing here in El Paso, but with a little bit more passion because it's a lot better up there, man.
Well, what exactly do you do?
I do a lot of testing, a lot of 3D printing. I basically manage a lab over there.
That's cool.
What are you guys making? What are you guys working on?
Well, do you know what Hydro Flask is?
Yeah, but I don't know if people that are listening.
Okay,
know.
so I'll explain it. Basically, Hydro Flask is they make vacuum insulated water bottles. So basically, those it's like a thermos, right? But with a little bit more fashion, a little bit more aesthetic, and
a little more pop culture opportunity.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of a thing called a Visco Girl.
Oh,
yeah, those really helped our business for sure. Really bring us into the market, and we're doing great. The company's amazing, brother.
Well, that matters because if you have more people with these flasks, that's less plastic, right? So this is definitely beneficial to the earth.
That's another benefit of what Hydro Flask trying to go for: reusable bottles and maintaining sustainability.
That's the technology we want to work towards.
So you got your degree from NMSU, right? Right. What was your degree in?
Mechanical engineering technology.
Okay, and then when you went to Helen of Troy, and I don't know if this is true, but are they like the only Fortune 500 company in El Paso, Helen of Troy?
They're the only publicly traded company.
Okay, that's the thing. I knew there was a little tidbit about them. Yeah. And when you got there, were you doing the exact same thing, or were you doing something else?
In El Paso, here?
Yeah.
I was basically doing the same thing, but yeah, like I said, it's just way better up there. I'm doing a lot more things that I feel happy doing, and I love to go to work now rather than when I was here in El Paso.
Bro, I can only imagine the amount of math you must have done to get to the point.
No.
Like, I don't even...
Math is useful, but not in the terms of you guys were mentioning, like on one of your previous podcasts. Like, I don't even know what you guys were saying.
We were talking about all this,
and this and that. Like,
we were trying to find slope, and like, we were trying to figure out rise over run.
No sea mamón!
Thank you, Theo, or Church's Theo. but yeah, dude. So like, when you were like, did you always know you wanted to be like an engineer? Like, how did you get into that?
I really didn't. Through high school, I spent a lot of time figuring that out. I was wondering, what am I gonna do?
Wish I would have done that in high school.
Dude, all I was thinking about is what kind of beer I'm gonna have that weekend. Is it gonna be Coors or is it gonna be Keystone?
We were all there, though, bro. We were all there.
I was trying to make sure my beer pong game was proper.
Exactly.
Well, Chris was doing math problems out in the corner.
Okay, so so how did you kind of found your way out of high school? You knew you went to NMSU right away?
I did. Yeah.
Did you get a scholarship?
I didn't.
No. Okay. Did you frat life it up there?
I didn't. They wanted me to come on to one of the frats there, like one of the first nights I was there, right? Freshman. They tried to recruit me.
Hold on. Hold on. Which frat was it?
Kappa Sig.
That's the one I was looking for. That's the one that was Sam in that one. I think Sam was in that one.
So how does that go? How did that happen to her? What's the whole process of them trying to recruit you? Did they come up to you and be like, "Hey, you want to be part of this shit? Get down, give me 10, motherfucker.
No,
$10."
It's a little weird. So they host parties, right? They host parties on like one of the first weeks, the first Friday, maybe the second Friday, something like that. There's no alcohol, right? None. So they just bring everyone in and they just want
Man down.
Misa just got hit in the eye with a bug.
What the hell?
God bless.
Shout out that bug.
I didn't see that, dude.
That's hilarious.
You didn't see it right there?
No, I was paying attention to something else.
Boom.
Oh God, I wish we were recording this. Well, video recording this.
But yeah, like I was saying, we go to these parties and they just basically have everyone come mingle and this and that, and then they come to you like, "Hey, bro, come check out our dorms. Come check out our little like hangout areas, and yeah, this could be like part of you. You could be part of this. Like we want you to be part. You
can be in this family.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
An instant family.
Well, a family you have to pay for, no?
Exactly.
Because of the dues and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So what made you not want to join?
Money.
Oh, true.
I didn't have any money back then to do that.
Right?
It's like I'm not gonna pay for my friends.
Money? What is that? I've never heard of that. What is that?
The color of your shirt.
Yeah, so, like I know that they have like I don't know if this is at the beginning of the semester when it's called like rush week or whatever.
Exactly.
And then that's when they do the recruiting. Cuz like Kappa Sig, they were at UTEP too, but like the frat life at UTEP is like trash compared to the way it is in NMSU.
I've seen both, and I've got to say UTEP is just better because it's bigger.
Yeah, but like not as many people are about the frat life as they are like over there. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's a lot of people who joined Kappa Sig, right? Like I'm sure you knew a lot of people that were a part of that.
I had a homie actually who was in there, and he was always bitching about the money. Like he's like, "Fuck, I gotta pay my dues. I don't even have money to pay these dues. I don't even know how he got through it.
He probably didn't even eat some days.
So it's like a gang. It's like mafia. It's like if you want to be on this shit, you gotta pay your shit.
I almost don't even know the purpose of it, other than maybe networking.
You know what? I've always thought about it. I've always thought about
networking.
What's the main point about these frat?
Well, I mean,
like who's profiting off of this shit?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
like where does the money go?
It's actually the fraternity. Like there's like a council and all this, and they're getting all that money.
And what do they do with that money? That's what I'm asking. But I mean, this council, like obviously, as people graduate, it moves on, right? Like you get different people like every fucking year or something.
That's why I don't really know a lot about it. I guess we'd have to talk to somebody who's into that sort of stuff, because it seems like he said it's a networking. Because I met people who are like, oh, my fraternity or whatever, I've known them for 10, 20 years. So it's like they're friendships that are built. But then again, I don't know the people personally.
Yeah, you hear all these stories of all these like very powerful people that have connections because of their frat.
It kind of reminds you something similar of a cult, but you don't want to. I mean, we don't know anything about it, so we can't really say that. But to me, I don't know firsthand. I just know they were like, hey,
is there an age limit, Chris?
Well, it's mostly college.
Well, whoever's in college.
So if I was to be a walk-on and then try and join one,
I bet you can get on.
Oh shit! Maybe that should be like a little journey I could take, and then get my degree while I'm at it.
Yeah, you could go back to school like Billy Madison does, but you'll actually be going. You'll be going to college, and then you'll have to be like in a what is it? The academic what was it? The whatever that thing is. But yeah, dude.
Spell it, Chris. Spell it. Hey, but I mean, being in college out there, I never went to college. That's not something that my family does. We don't go to college. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, people. But did you go to any like big ass parties out there?
Oh yeah.
Any badass DJs you saw that became famous or something?
I knew some DJs there. I was a DJ.
What?
Back in the
The governor.
You know, I wasn't that great.
Yo, you got the governor on the ones and twos tonight, baby. I'll be playing the hits. We're coming live from NMSU, baby.
That smooth jazz.
Garcia Dorm. Let's go. Where you at?
Dude, I'm getting pumped just listening to this shit. But did you have a DJ name or something like that? What was it?
I really didn't know. Some of my friends, they call me DJ Momo. DJ Momo.
What does Momo mean? Is that a play on your last name?
It's a play on my last name.
Okay. So DJ Momo on the ones and twos.
Shout out Angelo. Shout out Shelby.
That sounds fire.
Hey, you did that one correct this time, dude. Good job. You're getting there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Misa doesn't, like we said, he doesn't use modern slang. So, goddamn, I almost got attacked by a bug too now. When you lived up in Las Cruces, where were you staying at? Did you stay at the dorms, or did you have an off-campus apartment? What was that living situation like?
I did it all, man. I did my first 2 years actually in Garcia Hall. Those were cool. There's a lot of cool stories about that. I mean,
same.
I don't have enough time for it, but once we moved out of there, we moved to Piñon.
Piñon was nice. I knew some people in Piñon.
Piñon was nice, yeah, but it wasn't as cool as Garcia.
Right of Garcia dorms. It's an older
I don't remember.
one. I thought that one was haunted. So
Hardman?
I was like,
No, I don't remember.
think something like that.
Yeah, so Lena spent some time in Garcia dorms, right? What was that about?
D block. I mean, I was
said-
never there.
The last one?
Yeah,
Was that
the very last
the most
one.
eastern one?
Yo,
me
she
too.
said, she
Third
said,
floor.
The very top
Third floor.
corner, right when you walk in. So you walk in, you go through, and at the very top on that corner, because that's my suite mate. Boom, me.
Man.
That's crazy, right? Anyway, Garcia dorms is wild. When I was there, the fire alarms were going off
Oh, that was
yo,
hell.
like I said, the way you said D block, I thought you were talking about a state penitentiary somewhere,
Jail,
like a maximum security
but that's
prison
what they
somewhere,
referred it to.
like
Well,
D block, baby. Like
but
you know what we
that-
claim?
No, it was 4. So A, B, C, D. I mean, whatever block you were in, that's what you
Throw
called
up your
it.
block,
I
and
mean,
if you in D
looked
block,
like a
you in
jail,
trouble.
bro.
yeah,
It really
pretty
did look like a
ruthless.
jail,
It was
though.
pretty, yeah.
But did it smell like it?
It did.
Oh, You've been to jail, Chris.
No,
You can now say you've been to jail.
No. I mean, yes.
I had 1 or 2 experiences at Garcia dorms, but I didn't live there. So, can you tell one crazy story off the top of your head? Do you have anything?
So it was super hard to party in the dorms because
They're-
those
'cause they
what do
have
call them?
They're
Yeah.
monitors.
No,
They're
they're the dorm, the housing, they make sure everyone's in compliance
What
with
are they
the housing.
called?
I forget
Anyways,
what.
go on.
Remember when we were in Houston?
They're called hallway patrols.
Basically,
That's
they're
yeah,
called something
something like that.
And one time I went to see my friend in Houston, and we were we were having a cookout in the courtyard of the dorm, and the person that was in charge came and said, "Hey, you guys gotta take it out." So, but okay, anyway, on with your story.
Yeah, man. So it was really hard to party in there. We actually made it happen one time where we
Nice.
literally had beer pong happening in the dorm room. What we did was we took off the door for the bathroom, bro. We took the door off, put it in the middle of the room, and played beer pong on that door.
Damn.
Be resourceful.
And then we used the mattress. We used the mattress to cover the door so that they couldn't hear through the door the noise and everything.
Soundproofing.
Damn.
That is
Yeah.
good.
And it worked.
So you guys took because obviously if they see some kids walking up with the table,
And mind you, I'm 19, 18, something like that. Some stupid age.
who was the person that took the door off? Who was the guy that thought of that? Hey,
It was some redneck that I was living with.
I'm telling you,
he's all, bro. What do you?
resourceful.
He's all, you know what? We already have a beer pong
A
table.
resident hall director. That doesn't sound right.
That's not it.
No.
not it.
It's and then they also have it's like an
okay.
RA or something.
There it is, RA.
Yeah, you see, but I don't remember what it stands for. Anyway,
Anyways, let me tell you, Lena. That's your name, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, so
Oh,
sorry.
you're good. Good.
Malanga.
Malay.
Throwing it off.
So we would party a lot outside of the dorms because, like I mentioned, it's super hard to party inside.
Yeah.
But
you can
one
get caught. They listen.
with
The
my
walls-
You all right, Misa? Okay, he's fine.
with my roommate, they were crazy, right? I blame them actually for a lot of all the stuff that we did. But anyways, they would get so drunk on Coors Light. How hard is it to get drunk on Coors Light? You know that, right?
That is easy.
They must have had some money to buy that much course light.
Telling you. Anyways, they went out. We came back. These two brothers, or I think they were cousins. I can't really remember. So long ago. We went to the third floor. Like I said, we live on the third floor. These guys, bro, they were walking up the stairs on the north side. You know those like just regular stairs. It's an elevator side.
Oh yeah.
Well,
where
you can walk.
Get, like your card and stuff.
You gotta swipe in.
Oh yeah.
You walk up and it's outside. It's not like an inside stairway. Anyways, we get to the very top, and this guy's like sitting on the rail, like look, like check this out. And his brother literally pushes him off the side of the rail.
No,
he falls from the third floor into
like
a bush.
Courtyard.
Yeah, right? He throws on the third floor into a bush. I thought this guy, oh my God, this guy broke his arm, broke something, broke his head.
He got up?
He gets up, he's like, yo.
Yo, that's what college is about. That's what I imagine every time I think about, like, what would have happened if I went to college? I'd be jumping out of 3-story.
Oh, I remember it so vividly. It's amazing.
Well, because you're worried, and he just gets up alcohol.
I bet that.
Just don't remember his name.
Whatever your name was, bro. Thank you for that.
Glad you're safe.
He's probably got some brain damage right now and shit.
Oh, he had brain damage.
Definitely.
Dude, I'm sure like even probably the next day he was like, bro, why does my leg not move now?
Yeah.
But how lucky was he to like fall into a bush,
yeah,
right?
dude.
A bush.
Yeah.
Imagine he would have like hit in straight concrete and just smacked his head
No,
somewhere.
he'd have been done.
He would have probably died or
so
like had
scary.
a brain aneurysm or started having like a.
Okay, negative Nancy.
Well, no, I mean like from having that sort of impact, like you just start seizing and stuff. That shit would be crazy. That would be terrible.
God damn, Chris.
right?
Jesus.
Well, dude. Well, if you fall off, or if you fall from a 3-story balcony, like, what, you think you're just gonna be fine? Like,
Yeah, something's gonna
I'm gonna be
happen.
cool. Like, I'll scratch my elbow
Not
maybe.
that guy.
Well, he was fine.
It
Right?
must have been all the tobacco he's putting in his mouth. I don't know.
Yeah. That shit's
Did you ever see him after that?
A couple times. But
Was he
then
alright?
once I left Garcia, I didn't see him anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean,
Has
I
anybody
talked
seen
to
him?
my sweet mate and the girl I went to high school with. That's it. Garcia was wild. I can attest.
And after Garcia, we went to Pinon. And Pinon, after that, we moved into an apartment. Maybe you've heard of it, the Grove.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've heard of that place.
My friend
Plenty of
Casey
stories
lived
over
in there.
there.
I went swimming there one time.
No, really?
dude, I have no idea where
You don't
these
wanna do
places are. I
Yeah.
need to get out of
Probably
El
not a good
Paso.
idea.
Don't worry, bro. You're not missing.
I need to get out of the west side.
You're not
No.
missing much.
I need to get out of Franklin
I promise
district.
you're not missing a lot.
I need to get out of my street.
Yo, you know where I think is fire, bro? Where I think you do really good at? San Antonio.
Wow, thanks. San Antonio was fire. It was too much fire for me.
Yeah.
That shit got hot.
Yeet!
Shit got hot quick.
That's funny, dude. Okay, so you have your little run at NMSU, then you do
Graduate,
yeah,
you're
you
done.
you do your time, you get your degree,
Great time.
and then you go to Helen of Troy, and then after that you find yourself up in Oregon. So what brought you back to EP for this week that you were here? Was it like a planned vacation? What was it about?
Rona. That's what brought him back.
Yeah, I wanted to see the Rona. Yeah, definitely.
Wanted to check it out.
No, me and Amanda, we've been trying to plan to surprise my mom and her mom, really, because she hasn't seen them 6 months. So we've been planning for like a month or two to come see them, come surprise them. They had no idea, and we successfully did that.
Yeah.
But it just sucked that all this stuff with coronavirus is happening, and everything started closing. Actually, we found out the day that we were flying out from, it's Redmond, but Bend. When we were flying out, that they were gonna close all the bars here. We were like,
wow, yeah.
shit, they're closing
Yeah, I
restaurants.
think that's probably
they're
the worst
closing
thing
this.
that's going on here.
That shit's gonna get real.
Yeah.
But how is it over there in Oregon, in your city that you're at? Are they at that extent now where their bars are closed as well?
No, that city really thrives off breweries and.
I thought that's what it was here. Weren't we like the drunkest city in like 2 years in a row or some
Probably.
shit like that? People are going through withdrawal right now.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna get crazy.
If the liquor store is closed, bro, done.
Actually, I read somewhere, I don't know if it was legit, but they were saying that liquor stores are gonna be called essential. So now that all this shit's
They
closing
are
down,
essential.
that at least that's the government is doing something right.
Well, they let the dispensaries in Cali stay open.
But
And they're gonna do
different.
delivery, too.
That's different than alcohol.
if they're not doing it already.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're doing the delivery game already for.
It is a perfect time to start a delivery business.
Yeah.
Anybody
How
down?
ironic, all the people that sit in jail for that. Let's pray for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's true.
Church was
Ironic,
you know what? Nah.
I'm gonna pass.
Hard no. He was like,
I don't heart that.
wrong one. No way. Second episode in a row, guys. Still getting used to the soundboard. Okay, so when you came back to El Paso, I know a lot of people do this. They always have their spots that they want to hit up. For example, some people like to hit up Chico's, which we talked about earlier, closed, which I think is overrated, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck Chico's.
Yeah, we're not fans.
And I'm not even kidding. Like, that shit's not even that good.
Lisa's looking at you real bad.
Well, it's not the same anymore. I'll agree with that. I won't beat you up for that shit, but it's true, man. I used to go there a lot. I used to have Pee Wee football games right across, right next to it there. White Birch Park, is it called? I don't know. No. Right there in Alameda.
I've never even been over there.
White Spurs right here. Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never been outside of the West Side. Anyways, but now that being said, is there any like really good Mexican food out there? Have you even tried looking for some or anything like that?
I've been getting like a bunch of recommendations for places that could be good, but I haven't gone to them yet. But I have had some amazing tacos up there, bro.
Oh no shit.
They have this place called El Sancho.
El Sancho. Damn, that's what yeah, somewhere in Oregon they would
Shout
name
out El Sancho, bro.
El Sancho.
Oh my
Shout out, send some
goodness.
tacos.
They got lengua, they got barbacoa, they got, everything,
cook it
chicken. I can't even think,
Now I'm
mushroom.
hungry.
Yo, this white lady, she went up to Oregon with her Sancho. And then she took him to meet her family because she was going to divorce her wife. And then she introduced him as El Sancho, and he opened up that restaurant.
No.
Yeah, he won them over with them tacos. But that's a good one, Chris. A round of applause for you.
He puts the volume up.
Right?
Loud round of applause.
Louder.
But being out there, what do you miss the food? Is it something that you think about? Is it like a big difference you going over there, being around a different culture? Because I mean, right here, I always hear a lot of people when they leave, it's like, dude, there's nothing like El Paso food or the type of food that we have around. We find a lot more Mexican or Tex-Mex restaurants around here than probably any place else if you think about it.
Yeah.
But when you go over there, you go and you try and look for some salsa and you can't find shit.
Salsa. But I think the main thing that I really, really miss is green chili. And like long green chili and roasted long green chili.
They don't do that shit over there?
No.
Dude, start a business right there, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I probably should. But I think it might be too hot for them because some of their hot sauces is like, what is this?
It's like ketchup.
What is this, bro?
It's like the spicy ketchup from Whataburger.
Yeah.
You're like, this shit's like, you can taste the difference.
That shit's called like suicide or something like that, like some crazy.
9/11.
Yeah, it's called. Good one. Good one.
Moment of silence for 9/11. But yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. But that's all really is the green chilies that comes up into mind. You're not too worried about food.
Honestly, bro, because I think I put green chili on everything. Burgers,
that makes
enchiladas, tacos, anything, bro. Nachos. I had nachos the other day with green chili, bro. It was amazing.
Hot dogs,
Yeah.
burgers, potatoes. I could go all day.
Kellogg cereal.
Oh, sicko.
No way. Put that shit in cereal. Some guys like, yeah, dude, I'm eating my Cheerios with some green chili, diced. It's beautiful. Tastes really good. Fucking green chili. That's the one thing he misses the most. He's like, bro,
For real.
dude, you know what? Next time my dad has a grip of green chili, because sometimes like,
Save him one.
yeah, they'll go and buy like a bunch from like Hatch, and then he'll bring it down and he'll bag it up, and like he's like the green chili Santa on the west side.
He is the plug.
Yeah, and then so next time he does that, I'll save you a bag and we'll
Yeah,
either
for sure.
we'll ship it to you somehow.
Sounds dope.
Well-
my mom actually tried to send me some just recently, and freaking FedEx, bro, they lost the package. That specific package.
No, they didn't lose. No, dude, my Manny at FedEx did not lose that package, bro.
Hey, that package probably got over there, but the people that opened it is like, what the fuck is this?
I need this.
This shit smells good.
bro.
It's gonna help my digestive system.
It actually didn't make its way to Oregon. It got lost in between.
It got caught in a distribution center somewhere.
Yeah.
Some guy was like, bro, he smelled it. He's like, hey,
knew.
dude, check this shit out, bro.
This shit looks like weed. We need to confiscate it.
Yeah, and then he looks at the box. He's like, I'm gonna have to do my boy Chris dirty on this one, bro. And then he swiped it. So when you asked, did you inquire? Like, did you talk to FedEx and be like, yo, like, where's the box? What did they tell you?
They didn't give very good explanation.
They're like, you know what, man?
It happened.
We dropped the ball.
We fucked up.
There's a hurricane in the middle of Colorado on the way up there and shit. So got lost.
That was a terrible joke, Misa. There are no hurricanes in Colorado.
That's why it's a joke, Chris.
That's the joke.
God damn. Anyways, Chris is gonna check out. Thank you,
This
Chris.
has been the podcast.
Have a good night, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, they're gonna take it from here on that one. But yeah, so do you have like, is there like a mountain range next to you guys in Bend? Do you guys have like nice scenic views over there?
We do, man. We actually have the Cascades. They're on the west side of us instead of,
Google Cascade Mountains.
the Franklins.
Let's see what they look like. Let's do a compare and contrast between those mountains right there.
They're beautiful, man.
Let's see. Let's check them out. Boom!
Cascade
God
Range.
damn,
Cascade Range.
dude, those shits look.
so
Dude, that's like some Lord of the Rings type of shit, bro.
Lord of the Rings.
That's like the same picture I have on my laptop.
I saw
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey,
That's actually probably them right there. I don't know.
Oh my god.
have you been to it? Have you been sightseeing over there to the?
Yeah.
Have you gotten lost? Don't get lost, bro.
No, I get lost.
Don't get lost, dude. That's not a good thing. Yeah, dude, those are beautiful mountains.
They have some very interesting names. They're called
Rugged Horizon.
They got Broken Top, South
Hey.
Sister, North Sister, Mount Washington, and then if you go towards Portland, there's Mount Hood. So maybe you've heard of Mount Hood.
I've heard of Mount Hood.
Yeah, you can see Mount Hood from Bend.
And so, how's the weather out there? Are you used to it? Was it a big change?
Starting to get used to it.
Was it a big change though? Was it just too much cold?
It wasn't too bad, but when it's cold, bro, it is real cold. It's like 19 degrees over there, and it's worst at its worst.
19? Is that even possible, Chris?
Not in El Paso, no.
Not in El
But-
Paso.
Yeah, like I've been saying this for a while. We're not gonna have winters here in El Paso, and I think this past winter was a good example of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you never know, man. Global change.
Cool change.
You know, greenhouse effect. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not a scientist.
The hottest.
I'm a mechanic.
The hottest it gets is around 60, 65.
No way. It's just- so you're always with a sweater. You're gonna be like one of those white people, and it's like 55 degrees outside, and you're gonna be wearing like your Jesus sandals.
Well, I mean, look at me, right? So we went hiking yesterday, and I'm already red. We were in the sun for like 3 hours,
Yeah,
and I haven't gotten this much sun in 6 months.
yeah.
Your skin's like, give it to me.
Caucasian.
I'm red, bro.
Change
I'm red.
change your ethnicity to
To white.
Caucasian, to white. You're gonna have to change your last name.
No, you'll just have to pronounce it differently.
Molina. My name's Chris.
Molina.
Molina. Molina. Molina.
People have said my name that way.
What?
Molina.
Your name's
Well, there's not an O.
it's Malanga.
No.
Just kidding, Molina.
Dude, I get white people call me Michelle. It's like,
They just
dude,
add letters. Like,
throughout
what are you
school,
talking
you
about?
have
No.
you have no idea how many times I'd get in trouble or been counted absent because they've been calling out names and they
didn't
get to
call-
my
yeah.
name and they're like Michelle, and I'm like, I'm not raising my name.
See,
I'm
they
fucking
either
her.
know your name because it's that like weird,
And
or
then-
they don't, and you have to double check. Yo, I'm here.
And then
Did
she
you-
sees me, and then she knows she's not pronouncing it right, so she tries another way, and she's like, Miguel,
exactly.
Ismael?
Where's the G? I don't understand.
fuck it, absent, and I'm like, what?
And you still don't say anything. You're like, yeah. You're just like, I'll take the not present for the day.
Present.
Now I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a call from school about why your son wasn't in class today. I'll take another beer, dude, please. I would appreciate that greatly. So yeah, anyway, I had a question that I wanted to ask you, which I kind of started asking, but we switched topics. But yeah, like your top 3 places you were craving to eat in El Paso since you've been out of El Paso for a while. What were those spots?
Oh, definitely, bro. This is something me and Amanda were always talking about. We are like, what are we going to do when we get back? We need to go to these places. Bam, bam,
Where
bam.
are we gonna eat? Where's our checklist?
And yeah, so it sucks again. Like I mentioned that
The bar's being closed.
the restaurants being closed and getting in takeout, but
It's not the same, man. It's not the same.
It's really weird.
If it helps, I just found out that Kiki's. Have you been to Kiki's over in
Not in a long
Piedras?
time.
It's a really good Mexican restaurant that's around here.
It's all right.
Well, they're doing drive-through. I mean, drive-through. They're doing a pickup now.
Really?
And they're closed, but if you want to try it out before you leave,
All right.
I mean, I'm sure they have green chilies in there.
He just goes and orders a green chili. Let me just get a green chili, bro, please.
Just green chili. That's it. Yeah. So Whataburger is actually number one for sure. I've already had it twice since I've been here. It's the double Whataburger Junior with cheese every time.
Nobody fucks about Whataburger, and we talked about this shit last time with Chris about how people think Chris is so serious, you know. But if you want to see somebody serious, you have to watch Chris at the Whataburger line.
Like the least serious of a person. Well, at times that you can meet. Yeah. Sometimes I'm pretty serious, bro. You should see me at work.
He gets like he's a mean dad at work.
You should see him at the line at Whataburger.
We'll talk about.
That's when shit gets real for Chris. Don't fuck with Chris, bro. He's on that line.
Don't scan his
Bro, okay, so that was from the last episode 17, with our friend Tanya. But yeah, don't fuck with me at Whataburger, bro. If you're at Whataburger, you're there for one reason, and that's to conduct business.
What happened?
You know what I mean? No, it's just I was in line, and I was like, yo, I got my app ready. Like, you're gonna scan. I'm gonna get my point. That way, once I get 5. Well, that's what happened the first time. But the time with Misa, it's because I was ready. I was on him. I told him, hey, and when that food gets here, I need some spicy ketchup, bro, and not 2 of them either. Yeah. I need like 4 or 5 of them.
And he'll be like, did you get the spicy ketchup? Did you check if there's spicy ketchup?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to. You can't trust these guys on this. I mean, like I said last time, if you're gonna have a reward program, I better, and you're gonna be out here on commercial. Every third commercial on K Fox is a fucking Whataburger commercial talking about order online, use our reward program, and then I get there to do that, and they can't even fucking make it happen. Like, what's going on? I want to know. You know what I mean?
Treachery.
Hey, Chris, you need to calm down. You're starting to sweat, bro.
No,
chill out,
he
all right?
gets so worked up about that.
Well,
shit.
it's because I wouldn't get worked up if things would just go the way that they're supposed to go. You know what I mean? And you know what? I've been holding back.
And driving.
This is me up on chill right now. You know what I mean? And I don't get it. I'm fed up. I'm upset. I don't know what to do. And I'm probably going to go to Whataburger tonight.
No, we've already had it like twice. We're done.
I actually had Whataburger yesterday. Thanks to shout out to my wife's dad, my father-in-law. It was his birthday.
No,
and, he likes Whataburger, so I used that as an excuse to have my wife drive to Whataburger. And then when we were there, I was like, hey, well, fuck it, might as well get another number 5. You know what I'm saying? But okay, one thing is it's a good choice. Chris, both of you guys picking Whataburger, that's cool. But there's this one thing about Whataburger that pisses me off, and it has nothing to do with their food. Their food is always fucking good, especially the green chilies. But the shit that pisses me off, especially when you go to drive-thru, is these motherfuckers, if you don't ask for it, they won't give you any fucking napkins, And sometimes, most of the time, I'll go to drive-thru and I'll go straight home, so I don't really need those napkins. I got napkins at home or toilet paper, whatever. But, dude, most of the time, bro, no fucking napkins. That is a big fucking no-no with me.
That's a big no-no.
That's a big no-no. Come on, how am I supposed to eat this dope-ass number 5 with bacon, with no fucking napkins? I've lost several good shirts because of this.
When I used to work at Dion's,
it's a very valid point, Misa. Thank you for that. Thank you.
In Las Cruces, have you ever had it, Chris? Dion's?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, we have a positive review on the Dion's here. I love Dion's too. Dion's is fire.
Locations in Albuquerque and
wait, what is that? What?
Sub, salad, and pizza. Pizza is the holy grail.
Think of like Andres, but like a little bit better.
Remember Andres Pizza right there on Westwind?
Oh, shout out Andres.
Dude. Yes. Hold on. Let's drink to Andres Pizza because no, it's not there. It's a pizza joint now. That's what it's called.
I fuck with pizza joint.
Pizza joint's good, but Andres was better.
Look, I've been there several times, but every single time that I've been there, I was extremely wasted, so I don't remember. I do remember eating a sub, like a meatball. Yeah. No, not the pizza joint. Andre's Pizza.
Oh, Andres.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember being there at least 5 or 6 times, but I was already done by then.
It was really good.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to get at Dion's, Chris? That's like a lot of people don't even know what Dion's is, and we tell them about it.
So get this, it's gonna be a surprise to you, but it was the large pepperoni and green chili pizza.
That's not a surprise at all.
Yeah.
Green chili. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, with the ranch. Something about
Dude,
that
their ranch is
just top, bro.
fire.
Top.
I'm gonna toot Dion's
Yes,
horn
they're-
because I worked for them. They make their ranch. Like, all of the dressings are made in a commissary. So, like, some of the stores get their stuff from a commissary, and the commissary makes the dressings, it makes the dough, it does it all. I mean, there's some stores that do everything in store too.
Was that the only Andres Pizza open?
We're talking about Dion's, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's still.
Dion's
All right, I'm checking out.
is better than.
We'll see you next week.
All right, Misa, go hang out with your uncle. Make sure he's okay. Hey, give him another natural light, dude.
Natural.
He's thirsty. But yeah,
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And Las Cruces, but shout out Las Cruces, they make their own dough and everything. Because some stores, because they're further, they can only get certain things from the commissary because of the distance, obviously.
Bro.
So the freshness is there. Try Dion's, it's bomb. You won't be disappointed.
we've had a lot of people push back on this. My brother.
But that's because they think. Well,
Who
but
else?
they're
Somebody else push back on it. It's okay. You guys can have
Tanya loves.
you guys can have your opinion. It is fine. It is perfectly fine. Okay.
It's just wrong.
But it's wrong. Yeah, it's flat out wrong, and I don't know why you guys will not accept that. The last thing I was gonna say about Dion's. Have you ever had like their chips from there? The Ruffles?
Probably.
Dude, they have okay, so if you get a fucking God damn, that's a big fucking
See him?
Jesus. God.
Leave him alone, man.
should open
Leave him alone. Hey, if they don't get you in the eye, don't get mad. All right.
Got him.
You just put them in the fridge. Jesus.
Fucking sorry. Yeah, sorry. That background noise was us removing or opening up the garage door and then spilling the beer right there. Anyways, yeah, when you get a sandwich from Dion's, dude, they give you a sandwich and then they give you Ruffles, traditional regular Ruffles, right?
Like they make them there?
Dude, I don't know where they get these Ruffles from, but they're on steroids, bro. They're the fattest, the most freshest, best Ruffles you'll ever taste, dude. And I'm talking about original Ruffles, like the basic ass flavor. If you get some Ruffles from there, bro, it would change your life. You're never gonna get Ruffles ever again anywhere else. I guarantee you.
Chris is convinced that they're just better than regular store. Like, we've tried this multiple times. He's adamant about this theory.
Wow. Okay, so back to it. So your number one, top 3 was Whataburger.
So Whataburger was number 1, and this is like a conjoined like list. So number 2 was Pyology.
Really?
I love.
You know what? I've been there once.
No.
It's-
It was Peter Piper.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, whoa.
Peter Piper pizza.
Well, that's way two different directions right there, bro. That's like
but
two
Peter
different.
Piper was on my top list, but definitely Peter Piper was on the top 3.
I was gonna say, didn't they close the Pyology here?
They better not have.
The one by the Applebee's on Mesa, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they closed that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that wasn't a Pyology.
Yeah, that was Pyology. I remember it because I always wanted to go there and I was never able to.
I think it was
Applebee's
something
where?
else, sir.
Which one?
Applebee's on
There's one
Mesa,
by
Mesa.
past Coronado.
They closed that guy. No, they did, and I just
Yeah.
drove by there.
Okay, unless that's the other pizza place that we were talking about.
that's
Okay,
what I'm trying
there.
to
It's because they opened at the same time. They opened up 2 of these new pizza places.
You were wrong.
I didn't get to try either of them. I was wrong, but it's glad to know Pyology's there, and I'm definitely trying to go there. Dude, we found a pizza place called 1/8 Pizza. It's on Piedras. Dude, do you like a brick oven pizza?
I love all pizza, bro.
Okay, dude, this place is fire. Yeah, dude. I love Peter Piper. I'm a big Peter Piper fan. Shout out Peter Piper. When you order it extra sauce, well done.
Guess what I get when I
Yeah,
go there? Guess
that-
what I get?
Do they have green chili there? No.
Yes, they do.
Do they? Yeah, they
bro.
probably do.
And that's like one of the main reasons.
So what do you get? You get a pepperoni, fucking green chili.
Pepperoni, green chili. That's it. If I'm feeling a little crazy, maybe I'll throw some ham on there. I don't know.
Okay. Switch it up. Put a little pig on the pizza.
Pig on the pie.
Yes, sir.
Pig on the pie,
Dude,
bro.
yeah, check that place out, dude. 1/8 pizza.
I got one more day here.
It's
bro.
fire, dude. It's on Piedras. They're only doing they're only doing takeout now. We went like a week before they decided to close, or like 2 weeks before they decided to close everything out down. Great place to get some pizza. They have some good cocktails there too. I had like a badass old fashioned. That shit was like $12, but that shit was good. Okay, so number 2 is Peter Piper. Number 3 is
actually, and again back to the conjoined. Shout out, babe, love you. Number 3 is
shout out, love.
Cane's chicken fingers.
Bro, Cane's is fire.
Yeah,
Really?
they don't have anything like that over there.
No, nothing even close to that.
Nothing close.
Wow.
Damn. Not even. Do they even have like a KFC or like a Popeyes over there?
They got KFC,
okay,
but
it's not the same. Yeah,
No.
KFC's trash.
Fried chicken matters.
Dude, KFC is super trash, dude. They've been around, like they have the longevity and everything, but
Are you a Church's guy?
I'm actually a Popeyes guy.
Okay.
If I'm going either way, I'm going to Popeyes. Make sure you guys check out the podcast where we review the Popeyes chicken sandwiches, the spicy one. I think it was like episode 4.
The OG is the best.
Yeah, the spicy is the way to go, by the way. Fuck,
No.
yeah.
I've never had one.
Get one of each.
Oh, what?
I've never had one. No.
Dude,
Oh, you gotta go tonight. It's
dude,
only 8
remember when it was all crazy? Like,
Yeah.
I remember we went
like a week.
we decided we're gonna do this shit on the podcast. So we went and we're like, fuck it, we're gonna stand in line as long as it fucking takes.
Educated some kid on where Looney Tunes came from, or the voice of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Rick always has like this crazy knowledge of random shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Some guy was wearing like some Bugs Bunny shirt and he was like, you know who created Bugs Bunny, brother?
no, he said the voice.
And he fucking went on this tear of information.
I love that shit. I love like random facts.
He's definitely. He's like you. He's an old soul.
You love like knowledge that's just like random.
Right,
Just
that's
means
just
it-
random. If they had a class like that in college, that's the only way I would go back to college. It's like
For
trivia.
random fact.
Trivia class.
They're like, hey guys, this class is all random knowledge and we do not know how it's going to be able to prepare you for your future.
Like algebra.
But this is all shit that you should know. You're like, okay. So fucking what was
Oh wait, real quick. For those that haven't tried that Popeyes chicken sandwich yet, I've tried it once. Me and my wife and Blue, we went to go buy some, and there's 2 kinds. There's the original and there's the spicy. So we got one of each.
The original is better.
I think the spicy is better. It's just how it comes. But when it comes to like the original, what you guys need to do is you guys need to add some sweet and spicy barbecue sauce on there.
Ooh.
You guys need to try it.
Eat it like it should
I was talking to Chris. Chris, you need to try that shit.
Sweet and spicy sounds a little
Yeah.
weird on a chicken
Yeah, a little
sandwich, but
funky.
Dude,
I
just
gotta
try it.
I gotta try it, but
You just
sounds
try
a
it.
little
If you
weird.
want, throw some green chilies in there too. if it helps. It's just-
Popeyes don't have that, bro. They don't
yeah,
have
well, I mean, they got it everywhere else around here.
have to buy it on his own.
that was a terrible recommendation. Do not try that, dude. Dude, what?
Chris, you're drinking Bud Light. What are you talking about?
You do wait.
Jesus. Well, because of Chris. Because of Chris. Chris
I
is
got
like,
Dos Equis over here, bro.
no,
Look at
Chris
this.
is like, I'd come in here with like some Budweiser, and Chris was like, yo, my parents don't like people coming in with beer.
Oh my gosh.
You need to take that shit out of here.
That's not what happened.
And I was like, what? You're drinking Bud Light? And he's like, yeah, this shit's water, dog. This is how we keep ourselves hydrated around here. And I was like, all right, I was just drinking in my car, so I did.
But you're drinking it nonetheless.
Hey, you didn't offer me any water, and Chris was like, you want some Bud Light? And I was like,
Aight.
my Theo's like, hey, you got any more of that shit? No sea mamon!
He drinks nothing but natural light, like I said. All right, dude. So I remember when I first reached out to you, Chris, about being on this podcast. One of the reasons that I wanted to do the podcast with you was to talk some soccer, some football. Yes. So Church is gonna go hang out with his uncle. Church.
Yeah, I'm out. Let me know when you guys want to talk about some real sports.
We'll be back.
Even though soccer is the most known sport in the world. Nah.
It is. We went to a
You
soccer
just don't know it
game.
yet.
I just
bro.
can't wait until they
I used
leave.
to be like you, bro. I used
And
to
no one, no
hate
disrespect.
soccer.
You know what, and I'll give you props for that because that's what I thought I was about like golf. And then one day, we went into quarantine, and so all I could watch was like past golf games, and that's just dope.
I don't even think I would do that if I was desperate, bro.
That's too much.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, this still beats soccer.
Not even
At this
bro.
moment.
Come on.
At
bro.
this
First of all,
moment.
you
You're out of your
have
mind.
more players, more action.
Jeez.
It's a whole different experience. We went to a game in San Francisco, and that was one of the best games I'd ever gone to in terms
Well,
of.
that's one thing I like about it that I've seen is the fans. If I could go to a game where fans fucking like throw that shit down at the end of the game, or like they start a protest or they start a riot and shit, like, dude, I'm in. I'm in.
I don't want to be like in danger.
You definitely haven't seen soccer then, bro.
All right then.
Okay,
in
well,
that-
how do
in
you
that-
compare this? Tiger Woods is up for the bet, and he sinks it. Good job, Tiger Woods.
That's too loud. They don't do it like that. That's too loud.
Or would you rather have Messi? Oh, go centro and goal!
You got a
Messi
point.
goal!
You got a point. You got a point there,
Bro.
Chris. Maybe I should start
Damn,
watching.
bro.
I should start watching
It's like
soccer
it's
now.
like an explosion of like emotion.
Well,
and just like
the thing
excitement,
is,
bro.
okay. Well, the thing is like you don't see here. Well, I mean, just to me, I don't see soccer being exposed as much as like basketball.
Okay,
or-
your opinion
or-
is like
or football or
That's
or
like an American
You're out of your mind,
view
bro.
of sports because this is worldwide. Like, and it's a whole other level of like love and passion. Like when we went
how
to
many
that
teams
game,
have you played on?
I actually played soccer. I can pull up evidence. Are you down?
I was talking to Chris. No, you know what? Look. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not. It sounds like I'm talking shit about soccer, and it sounds like it, and it could be it, but I don't really mean it. It's just to me, I'm not. Thank you, Theo. Go home. Fuck. A whole week here. The motherfucker still can't get home. Anyways, but like I was saying, man, like soccer has not gotten my attention as much as like even golf. Well, maybe because I haven't given it the chance, like I said.
That's just a weird
But-
comparison.
Have you watched a full soccer game though? Like, have you
When I
watched
was
a
actually
half a
look, let
game?
me tell you something. When I was young, when I was very little, when I was little,
I mean, come on.
when I was young, dude, like that's all I was. I was all about soccer until my parents ended up getting divorced. Thanks, by the way. But they ended up getting divorced. So then my mom met my stepdad, and my stepdad was he's a Pee Wee football coach. So I was forced to be on his football team at age 7, and I'm over here like, no, like you know how many fucking like yellow cards I'm gonna get playing with these guys, tripping them, you know, like. But at the same time, all that shit went. So I was hurting, you know, like some guy would try and block me, I'd flop.
You get your butt handed to you.
So in that sense,
just
I
saying.
stopped. Once I joined Pee Wee football, I stopped.
Where did you go to elementary? Real quick.
A place over there in Vinton called Bill Childress Elementary. Shout out.
And you, bro?
I went to Mitzi Bond Elementary, or Limburg as it was at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so I went to Roberts, and
Hey, that's right by my grandma's crib.
and I remember playing soccer back then, elementary school. I don't even know how old I was, whatever. But honestly, like I remember playing soccer and being so upset that the ball would go out of bounds and people would have to go chase the ball. And I would just get so tired of being like, oh my God, what are we doing waiting for this? Like, I was a basketball player back in the day, okay?
Yep.
I played with my hands. And these guys would play with their feet and they would kick the ball and it would go way over there. And I'd just be like, I get annoyed, right? So that was my, first instance to getting into soccer, trying to get into soccer, and it just didn't work out.
Didn't work.
My parents even tried to get me into soccer, and I still instilled that mentality of this ball is just going everywhere, and I have to chase it, and it's just, I was a kid. So like you, Misa, I don't understand the game right now enough to say, oh, I like it, but once you do,
Look, I've always understood the game. If anything, soccer was the first sport that I understood the whole rules, the whole gameplay. Like, yeah, you have to not just only be in shape, but you have to know. You got to be, smart on your plays, on strategy. Exactly. But it's just like even then, like for me, starting from a very young age, it's just never stuck around to a point where like I continue to follow it till right now. So that being said, when was it for you where it changed to where like I love soccer again now?
Yeah. So this is a great story, actually.
And I know exactly when that moment happened for me, so I'm going next, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I love to tell this story.
Okay.
So, Chris, the floor is yours.
For me, it had to be like the year 2012, bro. FIFA 12 was out. Leo Messi was on the cover.
Shout out FIFA.
We would play
2012. He probably thought the world was gonna come to an end, so he's like, "Let me give soccer a chance."
I gotta try everything, right? Yeah, we would play. We would just play in our dorm, in our at the time, the Grove apartments. We would play. We would have people come over. My buddy was playing soccer. He was actually a soccer player, and I didn't know shit about soccer, bro. It's just like, okay, let me play with this team, blah blah blah. What I knew was national teams. I didn't know clubs or anything. So
Yeah, that's how I am right now. I've always just known national teams.
So I knew USA, I knew Germany, and I knew Spain. And and Argentina. You know Argentina because of Messi. You know Spain because of, actually, it's Portugal.
Brazil, for me, growing up was like a big deal.
Brazil? Oh,
Brazil.
yeah. I didn't know any of those guys. But I knew the German team, and I knew players on the German team. And I started to find out,
Boston Schweinsteiger.
yeah, bro. Bastian Schweinsteiger.
I know exactly what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that. Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, say that again. We're going to record that. Go ahead, Chris. Say that again.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Perfect. Okay, so go on.
Oh, dude.
So for real, yeah. I mean, like I said, just the German team, just started following them and just started getting hooked, trying to get better at it. Like any game that you play, you want to get better at it. So we were consistently hooked on playing FIFA, and I started watching games, and I started watching actual live games, and that's how I got hooked.
That's so much better.
No, that's a good thing. I mean, like I said, I don't. Those are top athletes, man. Those guys could be in the Olympics for like long distance runs or some shit.
It's like poetry in motion.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's art in every facet of everything, and in sports, soccer is art. Like you can't tell me when you're watching it, you're not amazed by what the people can do. That's what I'm saying.
You can't.
Yeah.
These guys can run miles and miles and still kick the ball and run the ball and still jump and do all this stuff.
They're just I mean, I guess that's why it's so cool is because it's like their heart's there and that's what drives their body.
It's just hard when you know that a game could end 1-0. And when you think of a whole, how long are games? Like 90 minutes, right? They're 45 minutes each half. So a whole game together is over an hour and a half. Well, 2 hours.
Go for fucking 90 minutes, fucking ham as shit, kicking ass, making goals. Like that's why it's only 1-0, 2-0. Like it's hard. You know what I mean? Strategy is crucial. In your endurance, it's a mental game because you're running the whole time.
All right, so I'm going to put you on game, Misa, because you are floating in this sea of American incompetence when it comes to soccer, and I can't stand it anymore. And I think we're going to send you to the penalty box. Or I think we're going to give you a red card.
Give him a red card. He doesn't know what that is.
All right, can I get a beer on my way over there, please?
Can I have
All right,
a beer
guys.
in the red zone?
Let me know when you guys want to talk about some real sports like the XFL or something.
Yeah, we'll bring you back for XFL talk right now following this. Anyways, so, okay, the funny thing that you said, Chris, FIFA also helped me get into soccer, the video game, but it was FIFA World Cup 2010 South Africa edition. Wow. I had always had this kind of like affinity for like the national team. Like anytime I saw the USA on TV, I wanted them to do good no matter what it was. Yeah. The first thing that drew me to it was watching the USA national team play Mexico, play all these regional like countries, part of the CONCACAF region. That's where I kind of got introduced to soccer. So I started knowing soccer. I knew about soccer at an international level. And then I think before that World Cup or after that World Cup, there was a Confederations Cup where the USA beat Spain. And that was like a huge deal. And it was like Clint Dempsey and Landon Donovan and like all back in the day, all these guys, Hercules Gomez, all these players that played for the US. And that shit got me so pumped, bro, when we beat Spain. Like Spain, they were the world, like the best team in soccer. Wow. And we fucking took them out in a pretty big game. I don't think it was the final. I think we lost the final of the Confederations Cup. But anyway, I started playing FIFA. Shout out to Julian because he gave me his FIFA game. Yeah. I brought that shit home. I played it every day for the next I'm still playing FIFA, so that was 10 years ago. That's the only game I play. And I love soccer. I love the passion that the fans have. You don't see it anywhere in sports. You don't see it in the NFL. You don't see it in basketball. You don't see it in baseball.
Grown men cry,
dude.
Yes.
And all you need to do is watch a pregame of Borussia Dortmund at home and the yellow wall, dude. And those fans are crazy. And it's it's such an experience. I couldn't imagine being
patriotism. You know what
well,
I mean?
it's more than patriotism. The club is their way of life. It represents everything that they do in these small, not small, but in these places where soccer is it. That's it. And America just got out. I don't know what happened in America where we're we're too cool for soccer. Let's start doing all this other shit. It's cool. I'm a big fan of every other sport. And that's
what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. But what I do not like, and which pisses me off, is when there's people who they're just flat out ignorant and they're just not saying that you are on this. Well, kind of actually. But what I don't like is when they're just you know what?
Some big hurtful words.
Well, because this shit fucking this is one thing that I'm truly passionate about. I love soccer. I didn't used to like soccer. I never played soccer before. I never played on a club team when I was little. I played baseball. I played football, but I never played soccer, and I regret that. I wish I would have played soccer back in the day.
Own journey and be converted in their own time. That's the reality.
Yeah. So you know how people try to bring you closer to God? I'm one of those people that will try to bring you closer to the game of soccer because you're missing out. And I'm not kidding, you're missing out. There's so many fun games. There's so much soccer that goes on around the world at all the times. There's so much action to watch. Not to mention the locomotives. We've gone to the games, babe. How fun is that?
They're so fucking lit.
Is it better than a boring ass Chihuahua game?
Unfortunately, yes.
Hey, look, like I said, I don't follow soccer, but I do have a picture of the locomotives. Do you have a picture with them?
No,
You serious?
I don't.
You have a picture with
I
them?
do. I'll pull it out right
at
now.
The airport?
That's right.
You're a cheater.
No, hey, they looked at me. He's like, hey, yo, Misa, I love your podcast.
You're
Can we
cheater,
take a
and this
picture?
is why? Because you didn't spend money to see them play, so therefore
I have
you're
a
not
locomotive
fan.
banner right there.
It just
I
fell in your
couldn't
lap.
name any of them, but hey, I still got a picture
Like
of
I
them.
said, you're a cheater,
They saw
pumpkin
Misa
eater.
working at the airport and they threw him some change and then they wanted to take a picture with him.
Exactly.
Hey, you
It's
gotta
a
make money
church.
somehow. Jesus, why y'all hating right now?
Wait,
I don't understand.
Did you finish your story on how you found soccer? I can't remember.
pretty
Yeah, no, I'm not hating, dude. It's
Or
just
Love you,
just
Misa.
cut
this
it
is
in.
one of those things, dude, that and other people who are passionate about soccer will relate it with me, is that it just gets a bad rap, dude. People don't give it a chance. If you give it a chance, you're gonna like it much more than golf. It's way better than watching a golf game. Look at this picture of Lena as a soccer player. That's terrible.
That's not her.
Holy. What was
Yeah.
that?
All right, I'll make you guys a little thing right now.
7.
Next time we go on a podcast and we talk about soccer, I'll be well informed. I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all's advice, just because of the type of guys that you are, assholes. I'm gonna take that advice and I'm gonna try and get into it. Now,
sounds good.
the real thing is, it's gonna come down to when we go and meet up somewhere and we actually play. All right, because I don't need to follow this shit
Oh my god.
to play and score on you guys. Just saying. That's what happens when you drink Bud Light. You start talking shit.
That was a good one. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of soccer real fast, Chris. I know you got into soccer the same way I did, through FIFA. Did you become a Bayern Munich fan because of that?
I really did. Like I mentioned, I followed the Germany team, and then I noticed throughout my time playing that all these same players that were on the Germany team were on Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit more, I felt like I played better with Bayern Munich on FIFA. And then I started watching Bayern Munich play, and it just so happened that 2012, they went to the Champions League final.
Nice.
But it wasn't for the better. They ended up losing to Chelsea in the penalty shootout in their own home. And it was really sad. And I remember seeing them so devastated and so distraught on the field after they lost for one shot when they were the way better team. And I remember seeing that, and I'm just like, oh my God, I feel with them. And I I just felt their sadness, and I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna support these guys no matter what.
That's one thing about sports that I love, regardless what kind of sports. If you're a fan, you're gonna feel all that. You're gonna feel all those emotions coming through.
Their heartbreak.
You do. You really do. It's like you're there and you lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, do you have a favorite player? Is there like a number one player?
Absolutely.
Who?
Robert Lewandowski.
Hey, he's fire.
He's the best striker in the world, without a doubt.
Yeah. But the thing,
guy?
the thing about him is he's not your flashy Neymar. He's not your flashy Messi because he doesn't play that position.
Exactly.
He's a center forward. He's a big guy. He's a tall guy. So this guy gets goals with his head. He gets goals with his feet. Like he's a weapon in front of goal.
He uses all
Yes,
his
and
body.
then not only that, it's always about placement, your positioning in soccer. He's always Johnny on the spot like he's always in front of the net when you need him to be there. You know what I mean?
He's leading the Champions League with goals. He's leading the Bundesliga in goals at the moment as it stands.
Yeah. So what sucks about this whole coronavirus thing, dude, is that the Champions League was really about to start to get going. We are already through the group stages. We were into the knockout stages at this point. Premier League, the Bundesliga, all the leagues were ramping up. This was literally one of the worst times to halt soccer because there's so much going on. I'm an Arsenal fan by default because, like you, that's the team I like to play with on FIFA. But once I started following soccer more and started following more American players because I'm a huge national team fan, I caught on to Dortmund when Christian Pulisic was there. 17-year-old American kid, dude, playing in Germany, top flight division, dude. You don't see that. Yeah, you don't see that. And then not only was he playing, he was getting in there and making an impact and putting people on skates. And you see all that from this little white American kid, and you're like, "There's no way he's American, dude. No way."
Dude, that is crazy. At 17 years old?
17.
At 17 years
Makes
old.
you feel super unaccomplished, right?
Thanks. I wasn't thinking that, but thanks.
Now I do.
am.
Now I do.
But that's
what's like crazy is like he has known this his whole life. Like that's why I respect soccer. I mean, I respect all sports definitely because I feel like when you're a professional in any sport, chances are that's been your whole life. So when it comes to like Olympic sports and nationals, like they've known this their entire life. You know what I mean? They live and breathe this shit.
And how long is the season? See, that's one thing I don't even know about. I know all the rules and how to play it, but when does the season start and end for soccer here in America?
Okay, well, that's a very loaded question right there because
loaded.
the rest of the world starts at a certain time, and they usually start around August because then the transfer deadline is in December, January, which is a halfway point, and then they end up like May, which would be coming up here soon. But in the USA, the MLS plays on a different schedule. So they play when the other leagues are not in full, like when they're not like in their full season or in like, you know what I mean? The MLS is bullshit in that way. They need to fix that, which I hope they do.
They're going to lose views.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is they would lose viewership because the soccer like in Europe is way better. It's a higher quality by far. But another thing that I wanted to mention, dude, like about soccer and why it's so cool, dude, is like you see these 18, 19-year-old kids like ball out, dude. Like Kylian Mbappe, dude, in the World Cup for France.
Killed it.
Like he won, I think he won the Ballon d'Or for that tournament. And when that's the best player, that's the guy scoring the most goals, and he was 20 years old, and he already won a World Cup.
Yeah.
Like NFL doesn't give you that chance. NBA doesn't give you that chance. You know what I mean? If you're 20, you're probably playing in college somewhere. Yeah. Like if you're good and you're talented, you're gonna get to the first team and you're gonna get minutes, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Well, it's probably, I feel like the best part about soccer is that it's organic in the sense that it's pure to soccer itself. I don't know, Americanized. It seems like it's capitalism and what's best. You know what I mean? Like
throughout the world, it's like
it has its own agenda. Whereas soccer within the world, that's its own thing.
Yeah, like you can come from anywhere, like poor kids from any country in the world and make it playing soccer. But in America, unless you have money
Yeah.
You're not really going to get the same opportunities. That's part of the pay for play system. That's part of it.
That's a lot of the reason why the MLS or actually the USA team is not where they're at and where they should.
Yeah,
be.
dude, and we're never going to get there. I don't think.
It's a pay to play.
I would love to be naive enough to think that we would be at that level, but soccer here is just never going to be the number one sport, and like it's just not gonna turn out the way we want it in that aspect.
Well,
I don't
if you're
think.
not even gonna play on what the rest of the world plays on schedule, like how are you gonna compete? Because,
that's
you know what I mean?
that's
Like, you're
that's
just
what
doing your
that's
own
what I
thing.
think is like until you make soccer your priority, like those other countries have. You're not gonna yield the product that you
America's
want.
got money on the mind.
So okay, if your top 3 players right now, Lewandowski, who else?
I'm Bayern biased, bro.
Thomas Mueller.
I really like
Serge Gnabry's hard, bro. That nigga's so bad. No, it's because there's so many to choose from. That's the hard thing.
There's so many, but I love players who have passion for Bayern, and Robert Lewandowski has passion for Bayern. He's gonna stay there till 2023.
Yeah.
And Frank Ribery is number 2, and number 3 is probably Joshua Kimmich.
Okay, yeah. Joshua Kimmich is bad. He's another young player that he's so versatile. He'll play in attacking. He'll play as a right wing back. Like he'll play as a right back. He gets up and down really well. You know who I used to really like for fucking Bayern Munich? Iron Robin, bro. Mm-hmm. His left foot was stupid. Dude, he would be running down the right side, right? Cut into the middle. Okay. His primary foot is his left foot, and just take a screamer shot and just bend it past everyone.
There's 3 things in life that are certain, bro: taxes, death, and Arjen Robben cutting on his left foot.
Yes, dude, beautiful. Trust me. I would say my
good expectation.
I would say my 3 favorite players, and I'm not talking best players because we all know Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne, all these guys. These guys they're all badasses. Yeah. One of my favorites, I would say, would be Filberto Firmino from Liverpool. He's good.
Have you seen his teeth, bro?
Yeah.
Jesus,
He's got some messed up teeth.
No, he doesn't have messed up teeth. They're perfect.
No, they're perfect now? I thought he had some messed up teeth before.
It's like fake. They're like, I mean, they're white as shit.
He took that money. He took that big ass signing bonus. It was like,
it's unbelievable, bro. You see him, it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, I like him. I like Kylian Mbappe because, like I said, he's brilliant. And then after that, let's see let me go a little bit outside of the box.
This is your third.
Let's see. I'm trying to think through all the teams. And
play every day.
I know, but there's so many players though. That's the thing. There's so many good players. I would give it up to like someone like Christian Eriksen, dude, from Spurs, or Harry Kane. Like, you know what I mean? Someone like that. Like those guys I feel like are underrated. You know, and like Harry Kane, that guy when he's on, he's a hard guy to stop for sure.
He's not on no more.
Hey, do these guys have like a draft as well? Like how do these guys make it to the teams? Like you just have to be a badass.
It's like you're getting recruited. There's no draft. You get recruited.
So really, like you could play.
You have to play in clubs, and you have to get in better clubs and get noticed, and then clubs want to buy you.
Jesus.
Yeah. And they pay mad money, bro.
Modern day slavery.
You know how much? Okay, so just to put it into perspective,
in some aspects, yes.
Neymar is worth $150 or $90 million. If you want to buy his contract out, you have to pay that much money to get him on your team.
Who is? You guys know who the highest paid soccer player is?
I think either Ronaldo or Messi for sure. But dude, these guys make like Messi or Ronaldo will make $500,000-$600,000 a week. A week.
Pocket change.
It's stupid, bro. It's stupid. Yeah, look, there's Messi. $84 million in salary, dude, and another 27 in endorsements. Like, come on. That is stupid, bro. LeBron doesn't even get that.
Second highest paid in the world.
That is stupid.
Who's the highest? It's like
it's probably Ronaldo.
Tiger Woods or something?
Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather. Yeah. That's it. That's Mayweather.
Athlete.
Mayweather, watch.
Put athlete.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, put athlete. Yeah.
But okay, well, how old is Messi right now? Is he close to retiring anytime soon?
He's like 34.
So what's the average age that
It still has this guy.
Taking.
Oh, look, Forbes. Okay, well, let's just do this one.
It's a 2019
Well, that one
Forbes
looks
highest
like
paid
Wikipedia.
athlete.
Wikipedia. Oh no, that's Bleacher Report.
He's followed by Ronaldo.
But I mean, you would say
Right there. Tiger Woods holds the record with 12 times at number 1. Tiger Woods.
Damn.
Since 1990.
Jesus.
Shit.
That's why I like golf.
Why?
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so let's start trying to wrap up this podcast here. That was Soccer Talk by Chris and Chris, because we're soccer heads.
Essentially, Chris is fiending for sports. He's
Yeah.
very selfish through this whole
I'm fiending,
coronavirus.
bro. I'm scratching
Woe
my neck.
is him. He doesn't have soccer.
I don't
Listen
have
to this
basketball.
shit. Listen to what I have to deal with.
I don't have NFL. I don't have baseball. I don't have anything right
He's
now.
super grumpy, guys.
You know what I do?
don't like
You know
this
what I do
shit.
have is I have this podcast, and since I have this
Shout out
podcast,
that. Thank you for everyone
wanna
who has
use-
spent time with us. Thank you for listening. If you want to be on it, please let us know. We are taking precautions to make sure we're adhering to everything, and we want to be safe. So hit us up.
okay. So one last word from Misa before I go on my sports rant here.
Well, speaking of sports rant, all I want to know is there an active sport right now that's still going?
I don't think so.
Maybe like I know that they made
I mean,
gambling.
nothing that we're watching. I mean,
Poker.
maybe golf or baseball and so on and so forth. But I don't think so. I think everything shut down because all of these are gonna attract large crowds, and that's what we are avoiding right now to flatten the curve.
Okay. Well, that being said, all I want to say is this was another really, really good episode. A big shout out to Molina, our producer, for letting this happen. A big shout out to the wifey for letting me come out here. I took extra precaution, baby. I got you. All right. Another big shout out to Chris, our guest, Chris Molina.
What's up?
Molina.
Thank you guys for having me.
But
It's
Chris,
awesome.
no man, thanks for joining us. Again, for anybody that wants to be on this, let us know. We could do this over the phone as well, just in case you guys want to take extra precaution now that we're on pretty much a quarantine going on here. But yeah, man, Chris, thanks, bro. It was nice seeing you. I hope you and Amanda have a good flight back. And we'll make sure to send you guys some green chilies for sure.
Please.
For sure.
Please.
All right, dude. Any final thoughts on the podcast for today? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Just continue to wash your hands. If you're sick, stay home. Again,
Public service announcement.
please just do your part to help to stop this spread, because this is serious, guys. It's as serious as it sounds, and people are not taking it serious. So it's worth, being proactive and being smart about it.
Yeah, in other words, if you don't feel good, stay home if you're sick. But come over if you're thick.
Come on.
That's the Bernie Sanders meme that he's referencing.
Oh, shit.
So real fast, guys, some final thoughts here. I'm just going to do a sports rant because I'm a huge sports fan.
Because he needs attention.
I'm a huge sports fan, and I just want to talk about this because I'm sure there's other people that feel this way.
Oh,
there's a
lot of people right now that are
Yes. So, and it's crazy because you never appreciate what you have until it's gone. Obviously, the saying of a lifetime.
Don't know what you got
Till it's gone. So that's how I feel with sports right now. And I just want to say, I always took it for granted, and now that it's not here, I miss you, sports. I want to be with you. I've been yearning for you the past few days. All sports, from baseball to soccer.
Soccer, just come back.
Yes. Misa will start watching soccer if that's anything.
what it takes. Yes.
So I love sports, like I said. It sucks not to be watching right now, which would be NBA playoff basketball. It sucks not to be watching opening day, which would be kicking off in a few days. It sucks not to be watching Champions League. It sucks not to be watching the national team, which would have been trying to qualify for the Olympics right now. It sucks not being able to see all these MMA fights that were scheduled to go on. It sucks not being able to see a March Madness. I never thought in my life that March Madness would be postponed. I went to March Madness 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The Four.
sucks. And I understand why we're doing this, social distancing, all that for everyone. And obviously you've seen like a lot of prominent athletes have been testing positive for the coronavirus. So this is real. So I understand the need to do this, but please guys, let's, like everyone was saying, let's do our part to get through this. That way we can resume to normal, and then we'll have everything back to the way that it should be. Final thoughts. That's my sports rant. And we are out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Conversing with Chris and Misa, the podcast, episode number 18. I want to say one more time, thank you, Chris, for joining us tonight. You're welcome back anytime, whenever you want to come. Let us know whenever you want to talk to us. Whenever soccer gets going again, we'll do something.
Definitely want to call back in one day.
So thank you again. Shout out to you. Shout out to Amanda. You guys have a good flight home tomorrow. Be safe. Don't touch anything on those planes.
Hey, we're taking precautions, brother.
Take precautions, and we will see you guys on the flip side. We are out, guys. Thank you again. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. Find us on the Anchor app and Spotify, and we are